Always pray for the kind of man that you want to be your future husband. You just have to write down that list, including the qualities that you want in a man, and present them to God. I remember in my early 20s, I had a dream. That was one of my greatest dreams, to get married. And I promised myself that I'll never give birth outside marriage. And I made sure that I stick to that. That I promised God, and I made sure that I do it. I didn't care how long it would take. The only thing I remember about my lists back then, it was all about the physical appearance, the looks. My list had things like, I want a man who is handsome, with height, who is brown, so that I can have brown kids. I already thought narrow of the kind of ideal man that I wanted for marriage, for a soulmate. And that is the kind of list that I always presented to God. But I think God saw a naive girl in me and said, I will not give you that kind of man. So it took me some time to get that kind of marriage partner, because every man who would come was not with that kind of qualities on my list. If you come when you're short or you're dark, you have funny looks, I chase you away, because I was looking at on the outside, until when God decided to punish me. He told me that you're going to come down. You'll have to become realistic in your expectations. You have to become real. You have to learn. So time passed by, and I was not getting a kind of marriage partner that I was longing for. I had to resort to prayer, intense prayer this time around. But remember, I had reduced my expectations. Now I wasn't praying for just the outside looks. I was praying for a man that is going to accept me for who I am, a man that is going to marry me, a man that will accept to go and visit my parents, a man that will love me and take care of me. Now my expectations are a little bit reduced, but they had also changed. I wasn't looking at looks so much, though I wanted the looks. I wasn't looking at the external appearance. And I had to go into intense prayer and fasting. Sometimes I would even wake up at 3 a.m. just to pray. I prayed for some time until I actually gave up. I thought that maybe God had forgotten me. And that moment that I let go, I think that was when God's testing ended. That's why they say that God's timing is always right. When I let go, when I stopped thinking about marriage, the marriage partner, I started concentrating on me, myself, taking care of myself. As in, I stopped worrying about a marriage partner. That is when God answered my prayers. And He brought me, I wouldn't say perfect person, but the right person. The person who gives me peace. The person who accepts me the way I am. The person who, most importantly, understands me. That is most very important for me. He understands me, so He treats me the way I'm supposed to be treated. He gives me peace. I would say He came in late, but it was worth the wait. So do not fear to present those requests to God. You can write them down and recite them each and every day, each and every night. If you have to wake up late in the night to pray, do that. If you have to join prayer groups just to pray for married partners, do that. As long as you trust and believe that God will give you the kind of partner that you long for, whatever you always ask from God, He will give you.